Welcome back to my next playthrough series. It is the Battle of Hoth, but this is the epic assault on Hoth, where you need 2 boards and 2 base games, which I happen to have. So let's take a look at it. So it's huge. There's 21 units per side. There are some special units we're going to be looking at here in a second for either side. And I have decided to add in all 3 leaders from both sides into the decks. So everything is in the mix for this one, and it's going to be crazy. It'll probably take a couple of episodes as well. Okay, well, let's take a look at Assault on Hoth. This is the final scenario in the book, number 18. It's the double map one, so we get a left, center, right. The board's double-sided. One side is your basic assault map, kind of like this one here, Last Stand. And if you put the 2 maps together upright, you end up with the giant map. So I have everything set up, but I have the Imperials on this side and the Rebels on that side because we're going to be playing as the Imperials, of course. We get the walkers. We have 5 walkers out here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 special unit troops. They've got a couple of elite snow speeders that have 4 per unit. They've got spotters. They have 2 shield generators and the plasma or the ion cannon. And the field generators, if we blow them up, get rid of them, they're worth 2 victory points for us. And it's to 10 victory points, this one. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 on the bottom of the board. Alright, let's take a look at it. So everything's set up. It says, after their successful landings on Hoth, Imperial forces have the shield generators protecting the Echo Base in sight. Lord Vader has ordered the complete eradication of the rebels. The destruction of the shields is vital, but Blizzard Force must also destroy the rebel ion cannon to prevent any more enemy transport ships from escaping the icy planet. Because of the rebel delaying actions leading up to this battle, defensive positions are ready. The trenches are full of rebel troops, and squadrons of snowspeeders are ready to join the battle. If there's any hope of evacuating Echo Base, it will need to protect the shield generators and the ion cannon at all costs, and buy even more time. And so basically we're getting 6 cards apiece. It's 10 victory points. The Imperial start the game, and 10 medal. So firing the ion cannon, a little bit special rule here for the Rebel Alliance. At the end of each of your turns, so the end of every Rebel turn, place a victory medal in front of you as a charging counter, up to 4. When you have 4 counters, you can skip your turn to fire the ion cannon, protect 1 transport, place 1 counter on your scoring track as a victory medal, and discard the other 3. If you choose not to fire the ion cannon, do not add another counter that turn. And the 2 elite snowspeeder units cannot attack until they have moved out of the building hexes. So the 2 elite snowspeeders, this is all building hexes back here. These are the 2 elite snowspeeder units, 4 each. I didn't put the medal with them because it just designates that they have 4 each. They don't have any other special abilities. Okay, the Galactic Command Card says units on the board can attack the ion cannon and shield generators following normal rules. They are destroyed on a blast roll. The destruction of the ion cannon and of each shield generator immediately grants you 2 victory medals. And we're looking for a total of 10. Okay, we have a little bit of new terrain coming up. So we're going to take a look at that. And we have a couple of elite and different units. We'll take a look at those. And then we're going to be drawing up our cards and probably having 1 turn per side. And we as the Imperials start first. Alright, so let's take a look at our basic troops. So for the Rebels, of course, they have infantry. They get hit on an infantry symbol or a blast symbol. They have 3 units per infantry. They can move 1 and attack, or they can move 2. We already know this. The snowspeeders get hit on a gear symbol, a blast. They can move 3 and attack, the range of 1 and 2. And they have the turrets now. They cannot retreat. They are not worth a victory point if we take them out. They are only hit on a blast symbol, and they have a wicked range up to 4. So 4 dice, 3, 2, and 1. So there we go. And for our units, we have 4 infantry. Infantry and a blast hits us. We can move 1 and attack, or move 2. We know that. And then we have our AT-ATs. Wow. They do not ever retreat. You have to hit them with a gear and a blast symbol, and then you have to re-roll and get a blast to take them down. They can move 1 and attack, but that's all they can move. And then we have our droid units. They do not give the Imperials a victory medal. They're only hit on blast, so only 2 per unit. They can move 2 and attack. So there we go. Those are all of our basic units. Well, let's take a look now at what we have on the board. So we already know about ridges. We've played 3 scenarios with ridges, and you can read through this if you want. We have rocks we've played with, seracs we've played with. Now we have buildings wreckage we haven't played with, and the only buildings wreckage on the board are right at the very back, 5 there. So a unit enters wreckage hex must stop and can move no further. A unit may not attack the turn it moves into building wreckage. A vehicle unit on a building's wreckage hex reduces the number of attack dice rolled by 2, but in this scenario they have to actually leave the building before they can do anything. And protection: when attacking enemy units on the building's wreckage hex, vehicles reduce their attack by 2, and other units reduced by 1, and they block line of sight. This time we also have trenches, so there's trenches here, a line of trenches there, and 2 trenches over there, and 2 trenches in the very front. So trenches, they've dug up a whole bunch of trenches, the rebels, and they have protection. When attacking an infantry unit on trenches, all units reduce the number of attack dice rolled by 1. In addition, an infantry unit on a trench hex may ignore 1 retreat rolled against them, and crevasses, we already know, passable, except by flying units. The only flying units we have here are snow speeders. They can go over the crevasses. Everyone else cannot. And as far as rocks go, so AT-ATs can move into the rocks. They cannot move onto hills. There's a hill space here, so we can keep that in mind. All right, now let's take a quick look at the specialized units that are on the board and see how they operate. All right, so on page 9 of the rule book, we have our specialized forces. So the Rebel Assault Infantry, of which they have 3 over here. Let's take a look at them. So these special troops are highly trained to operate in hostile environments and battle enemy forces in close combat. After resolving close combat attack, if an ordered assault unit succeeded in eliminating an enemy unit or forcing it to retreat, the assaulting unit may conduct a breakthrough. It moves into the vacated hex and attacks again. An assault unit may conduct only 1 breakthrough per turn. The breakthrough attack must be completed before another unit may attack. Terrain movement attack restrictions still apply for breakthrough. For example, an assault unit that conducts a breakthrough by moving to a vacated wreckage hex will not be able to attack again, and the breakthrough attack may target any enemy unit in range. They don't have to attack the same one. Okay, that's the Rebel Assault Infantry. We have now E-Web. We have got a couple of them. One over there, we can't see the token, and one here. What are those? We have specialized infantry. So in place, so let's see here, it says, the heavy repeating blaster can cause a lot of damage, but the soldiers need time to set it up after moving. E-Web units start every battle with the badge on its in-place side. After this unit has been ordered and has moved, put the badge on its moving side. After this unit has been ordered and has not moved, put the badge on its in-place side. So the E-Web with the badge on the moving side behaves just like a standard infantry unit, and when it has the E-Web unit on the badge on the in-place side, every time it attacks, re-roll any number of attack dice 1 time. Any number, so basically you can re-roll your misses. So that's pretty cool. All right, what else do we have on the board? We have Scout. We have 1 Scout Infantry for the Rebels way up here. What does the Scout Infantry do? These special forces can give a significant battle advantage to friendly units by providing information on the enemy troops. When a Scout unit occupies a ridge hex and has line of sight from any distance on an enemy unit, any other friendly unit attacking his enemy unit rolls 1 extra die. That's pretty deadly because there's a hill right here, and I'm pretty sure the Rebels are going to want to run up their spotting unit to this hill. Now from this hill, anywhere on the board, trenches, crevasses do not block line of sight. Troops do though, of course. It could be a bit of an issue. Here's the other problem. These guys are on a hill, and these guys are on a hill. So these guys have line of sight to these guys, because this does not block line of sight from hill to hill. So this turret here can actually fire at these guys on the hill with a +1, because if they can get their troops there. So we're going to have to deal with that. That's that. We have elite infantry. We have a couple of elite infantry right here, nestled in between our walkers. And let's see what our elite troop infantry is. These are veteran troops who have learned the importance of mobility during battle. Elite infantry units may move 0 to 2 hexes and still attack. However, terrain movement restrictions still apply. And the elite squadron snow speeders, it just means there are 4 miniatures per unit instead of 3. And that's, I've already done that, but I'm not going to put the token on. That's these 2 right here. Okay. Woo. With all of that said, it's time to draw cards for both sides. Alright, drawing cards for both sides. Let's draw the rebels first. Now, I've added all 3 leaders in, and they get 6 cards apiece, so this is going to be a pretty wild ride. And I do believe if we run out of cards and you need to draw more, you reshuffle the discards and just keep going. So, 10 medals is this game, and it's going to be a long one. Alright, 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the Rebel Scum. So they get 6 cards. Of course, we're not going to look at them because we are playing as the Imperials. But we are going to be looking at our 6 cards, and we go first. So let's have a shuffle of this. Again, all 3 leaders in here, plus all the regular cards. And away we go. Alright, 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, what do we have to start the assault on Hoth? Maximilian Veers, order 3 units of your choice. These units can move one hex after having attacked. So basically we can have our walkers move too. Order 3 units of your choice. Trooper assault, order all infantry units in 1 section. That's a lot. Raid 2 on the left, 2 in the center, and a recon 1 on the right. When drawing new command cards, draw 2 and choose 1 discard. Oof. These are our starting cards. Alright, without further ado then, I guess we are just going to have the first turn for us, the Imperials, 1 for the Rebels, and I think that will be it for today. Alright, we are going to play Successful Landings. Order 3 units of your choice. These units can move 1 hex after having attacked. Awesome. Which 3 units are we going to activate? Well, we're going to activate our AT-AT. We are going to activate our elite unit here, and then we will activate another AT-AT. Alright, well, movement, then attacking. Now these guys are elite. They can move 2 and attack. So we're actually going to have them go 1, 2. They're going to move right up to here, and they will be able to attack even after moving. So what was I was going to use the blast, I guess. Saying they can attack. I guess we better keep their elite token with them. So they can attack. Our AT-AT, move up, and it can attack. And the other AT-AT is also going to move up, and it too can attack. So we're off to, and now they can all move 1 space after attacking. And now I have no idea where I'm going to put the dice tray. This could get a little wild. I want to start off by having this AT-AT shooting at these guys right here. So we're going to do that. Now AT-ATs, of course, get to roll 3 dice. So it's just 3, 3, and 3. So they're rolling 3 dice, but the trenches is -1. So they're going to be rolling 2 dice, attacking the trenches. And I guess I'm going to have to roll the dice off the side of the board. Or can I get them in here? Oh, I can actually get it right there. Okay, 2 dice, attacking the rebels in the trenches. And we get 1 retreat and a gear symbol, which is a complete and utter nothing, because they don't have to retreat when they're in the trench. So this guy can now move 1. He can move 1. So you know what? After attacking, we will move him here. Yes. Now this guy is going to attack them as well. 2 dice. And attacking the same entrenched rebels. And this time they get 1 hit, and that's it. So 1 rebel unit is annihilated. These guys will move up here. And last, we have our elite troops attacking here. Would normally be 3 dice, but because they're in trenches, we roll 2 dice for that. So another 2 dice attack, and they get them both. Oh, this is so good. So we actually, our elite troopers take them out. That's our first medal right off the bat. And I do believe we can take ground, so we can move right in here, but I'm going to double check that just to make sure. Alright, they do not get to advance into the trench. Only elite infantry. These are elite infantry, but only the ones that have, like the rebels, that have the breakthrough icon are able to advance after either eliminating or making another unit retreat. So our elite units cannot move here, but it did say on the card that you can move, so I think we can do it. Order 3 units of your choice. These units can move 1 hex after having attacked. So that sort of gets around the restrictions. So these guys actually can move 1 hex after attacking. They're going to move right into the trenches. So we've actually moved up 2 AT-ATs, blasted the rebels right out of the trench, and now we have our elite squad in the rebel trench. Yes, good stuff. All right, that's it. We draw 1 extra card, or 1 card at the end of our turn. Concentrated fire. Order 3 units of your choice. Ooh. If you attack the same unit a second time, roll additional die. If you attack the same unit, or 2 extra dice. I love it. Alright, so we're going to be leaving it off for the Imperials here. So these are our cards. Concentrated fire, direct from HQ. All troopers and 1 assault. 2 raid on the left, 2 in the center, or 1 recon. Okay, over we go to the Rebel Scum. It's their turn. Alright, the rebels do not like what they have seen with our elites moving in, so they are going to do this. Orders from the princess. Order 2 units of your choice. These units roll 1 additional die. Okay, the 2 units rolling 1 additional die that they are going to activate, they will activate these guys in the trenches. Trench on trench warfare, and they are going to activate the turret. Okay, so now it is time to move. These guys are not going to move. They are just going to attack. Try not to destroy the board. So they're just going to attack. So normally it'd be 3 dice, -1 for the trench, but they get +1 because the Leia Organa thing. So they are going to start off, I believe, let's see, the distance on the turret is 3 dice, 2 dice, 1. So 3 dice, 2 dice, they'd be rolling 3 -1 for the trench, 2. I think they are going to have their infantry attack first. They're going to be rolling 3 dice against these guys, and I'm going to put the dice tray there. So 3 dice against our elite infantry. And, wow, they get rid of 2 of them, and 2 hits, and we have to retreat. Oh man, that's not good. And we're going to retreat here, because if we retreat there, we have nowhere to retreat because we have our AT-AT units. Whoops, wrong token. Let's flip that back. Alright, so our elites got knocked back to there. Yikes, I don't like that. And then their turret goes. Now the turret has a range, so it's going to be 4 dice, 3 dice, 2 dice. 2 dice, and they get to roll an extra dice. So they're going to be rolling, wow, they're going to be rolling 3 dice, right? 4, 3, 2, +1, 3 dice. Ooh, that's a wicked attack. 3 more dice on our elite. Is our elite unit going to get wiped? Let's hope not. Okay, 3 more dice, and we just have to retreat twice, and that's it. So let me just readjust the camera. They got to back up twice. Well, there we go. So they have to back up twice. 1, 2. So they back up all the way to here. All right. And then the rebels would then grab themselves another card to make a total of 6. And that's going to be it for today. So when we come back, I'm going to be doing two turns aside, and we'll go until we have a winner. All right, let's back the camera out and wrap it up for today. Alright, well, that's going to wrap up our episode of Battle of Hoth, the Assault of Hoth for today. This is the massive, epic battle. We have our first kill. We drove our elite units and our AT-ATs up to the trenches and knocked out the first line of defense. But as you can see, there is a massive unit out on the board. Absolutely incredible. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to take a few episodes, but enjoying it. First to 10 medals, we have first kill, we have 1 medal. Alright, when we come back tomorrow, we'll be continuing on Assault of Hoth, the epic battle. course, one little thing here at the end of the episode. Yes, at the end of the Rebel turn, they start powering up the ion cannon. So once they get 4 in here, they can skip their turn and put one of these tokens on their victory track. All right, hope to see you tomorrow. Continuation, Assault on Hoth.